Asking for help is never easy, so when a stranger reaches out to lend a hand, it can be a godsend. Over the years, many have helped Laura Kirby McIntosh when her son Cliff, who is on the autism spectrum, has become distraught. These strangers often disappear before Laura can express her appreciation. That wasn't the case, though, with Anna Abreu. Anna is a young security guard at the Promenade Mall here in Thornhill. Laura was able to track her down and nominate her for a Community Hero Award. She will receive that award tomorrow. Anna and Laura are with me in studio now. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell me what happened to Cliff that day, Laura.
We were shopping in the mall, and Cliff had lost his sunglasses, which is a minor kind of thing for most kids. But because of that, he became overwhelmed, and I tried to redirect, and he escalated. And as kids on the spectrum sometimes do, he went into a state that we refer to as a meltdown. Now, I want to qualify before I say anything else that if you've met one kid with autism, we say you've met one kid with autism. Yeah. They're all different. Mine struggles with aggression issues. So when he goes into meltdown, he literally gets panic signals to his brain like he's afraid for his life. So he began to yell and to scream and to swear and to hit and to kick. And I knew pretty quickly that this was going to be a big one. So as we got into it, and people started to gather and look at what was going on, a couple of people asked, is there anything we can do? And I immediately said, call security.
This has happened before, as you mentioned, and people have helped out before. How do people generally react? Because in public spaces, people react different ways to different things. So how do people generally react?
Well, this is where I think my experience differs from many of what your other listeners that have kids with autism may have experienced. I've been blessed with nothing but kindness and compassion in Toronto. It really is. Yeah. When my son was first diagnosed years ago, autism wasn't that well known. But I think in part because my son has an autism service dog, so people can see a visible sign and they understand he's on the spectrum. I think that makes them much more willing to get involved and to help. And there have been literally dozens of people over the years that have taken the time to assist in whatever way they can.
And so you called security, or somebody called security.
Someone called security, bless them.
And that's you.
That's me.
Did you know what was happening before you saw Cliff?
Not at all. Actually, when I received the call, somebody just said they needed me at that particular scene. Didn't give me any details, no callback number. I hung up.
And so what happened when you arrived?
No, I just arrived. I assessed the scene. I looked at maybe what was going on. I saw a huge crowd of people. Not many people were asking whether they can help. A lot of people were recording. A lot of people were
Really?
Curious.
I didn't know that.
Well, you were down on the floor. I remember
true.
that very well. So
what did you do?
Yeah, I went right through the crowd. I went down on my knees, rolled up my sleeves, and asked Laura here, what can I do to help you?
And so what happened then?
Well, she told me exactly. She said, to put down his hands on the ground and his feet and just speak to him calmly. I remember having to speak to her calmly too and encourage her that she was doing the greatest thing. The thing that he needed the most was encouragement and someone to be calm to him, and that's exactly what she was.
But you also gave her encouragement.
Exactly.
What did that mean to you, to hear that?
Oh, very hard to answer that without getting emotional. So much. I mean, when you're in a public space and a meltdown happens, you can't help but be aware of the way that it must look to other people. And, a meltdown is a total loss of control. And as a mother, you hate to see your kid in that kind of condition. And you feel really vulnerable. So when she said, I remember her saying, "You're doing a great job." And I remember her saying, "You're a good mother." And I just burst into tears. It was exactly what I needed to hear in that moment. And she couldn't have known how much that meant to me.
You're very matter-of-fact in explaining what you did.
I think in that spot, in that time, it was just intuitive. I think that's exactly what she needed
But
to hear.
where does that come from? I mean, is that part of training? Is that just who you are? I mean, tell me,
I think
because
it's a
lot of
little bit of
people, a lot of
both.
people may not respond that way. So where is this coming from?
Yeah, I can give credit to both of those. I think it's who I am as a person, calm, collected, and I think I'm intuitive. But also, I have to give credit to the company I work for, Paladin Security, who also is, I have to mention, is hired by Cadillac Fairview. I have to give them credit as well. They prepared me very well for situations like this.
Had you ever been in a situation like this before?
Just like Laura said, once you meet somebody who has autism, you've only met that one person, so it's very different.
Yeah.
But when it comes to chaotic situations like this, I could say I've dealt with something similar to this, but not to this level.
What
no.
did it mean for you to be able to, because I mentioned earlier that other people had helped in past, but you hadn't been able to track them down. What did it mean for you to know who was there?
Well, it gave me an opportunity to do something that's been really important to sort of my healing process over the last year or so. I've been writing to try to process some of the things that have happened over the years, and what came out one day was a thank you to all of the strangers that have stopped. And then I realized, most of them, I never get to see them again. If any of them are listening, hey, thank you. But, here was this one person. I knew where she worked. So I went back to the mall, found her again, found out her name. And then the idea just kind of grew from there.
You're accepting this award tomorrow, Community Hero Award.
That's
on
correct.
behalf of the work that you did, but also on behalf of other people.
Yes, I said I'd only accept it if it'd be on behalf of everybody else as well, because had not had all the Good Samaritans not hold down that situation until I got there, who knows how Laura would have been. So I have to thank all those unsung heroes, all those Good Samaritans that will not get the recognition I'm going to get tomorrow.
What an amazing story.
Thank you.
It's so great to have you both here.
Thanks for having us.
Congratulations again.
Thank you so much.
Laura Kirby McIntosh is the mother of a 15-year-old boy with autism. His name is Cliff. Anna Abreu is a security guard at Thornhills Promenade Mall. Tomorrow, Anna receives a Community Hero Award for helping Laura and Cliff, and she's accepting it not just on behalf of herself and her work in that moment, but as she said, all the other people who had helped out Laura and Cliff in past and the people who were there in the mall at that time.